Well, let's talk now to Ivan Eland, who's a senior fellow at think tank, the Independent Institute in Washington. Welcome, Ivan. So just how damaging has this leak been?
Well, I think it's significant. I'm not sure it was as damning as the Chelsea Manning leak a few years ago. You mentioned 100 documents were leaked. Chelsea Manning leaked 700,000 documents. So we have to put it in perspective. I think the tactical damage is probably manageable. The real question is, as you already mentioned, was how did a lower level person at a far-flung installation in Massachusetts, Massachusetts Air National Guard, have access to this? And this is because he is in the intelligence loop on these systems. But after 9/11, we in the United States, the intelligence committee, the intelligence community took criticism because they didn't talk to each other. The FBI and the CIA didn't talk to each other, and they say, you know, we're collecting all this in intelligence, but the intelligence community is so compartmentalized, siloed, that it's not getting to other intelligence agencies, and more important, it's not getting to operational agencies such as the military, the police, and other things that need to have access. So every intelligence agency in the world has this problem because they want to keep, naturally, their sources and methods secret so they can keep collecting intelligence wherever they're collecting it. But on the other hand, the operational agencies are saying, well, we don't collect this intelligence just because we want to collect it. We want to have access to it so the operational agencies and that sort of thing can act on it if we need to. And so this is a problem. And so after 9/11, we saw this group expand, not only in the terms of their content, but in terms of their sources after the Iraq War when the sources weren't very good. So, but now I think we're going to see a contraction because of this. You've got to hit that sweet spot, and I think they're not quite there yet.
So that may change, you think. As you point out, though, a suspect case, 21 years old, relatively junior rank, questions being asked about how he can have access to this sensitive information. Will that change? Will the level of access that people like that have now change?
Well, it's not so much his rank as whether he needs to know the information. The problem is a lot of times people get the information when they don't really need to know it. So yes, that will be examined, not only his rank, but what his position is. Does he really need to know these secrets?
And this isn't the end of the story, is it? This arrest and charges. The investigation will continue.
Yeah, and I think the impact on allies has been somewhat muted. After the Snowden and the Chelsea Manning incidents, that really damaged, I think, U.S. credibility abroad. I'm not sure this is going to at this point, but yes, the investigation will continue, certainly in his case, and also the real larger question is how tight do we need to keep this? Do we need to get rid of some of these 10,000 people?
Ivan Eland, I'm sorry to jump in. We are out of time, but it's good to speak to you. That's Ivan Eland from the Independent Institute in Washington.